What is going on, guys? I'm actually today from the Booster Game Channel. Welcome back to another video. As you can probably see, it's pretty wet, so I'm not going to be recording a football video anytime soon today. So basically, I'm bringing you my kind of opinions video today. So what I'm going to be bringing you is my 2016-17 Premier League predictions. Yes, that is right. What I think the table will look like by the end of the Premier League season next August, I think. Was it May? I think it's next May actually. But anyway, we are doing this. Also, the accuracy challenge I did with my brother. Hopefully we will be doing the forfeit tomorrow, I think. So hopefully that'll be able to be done. So yeah, I think we'll just get on with it now. So I'm going to start with who I think is going to come last to first, and I'm going to give maybe even just a small reason on each of them why I think this. So, at last, I've got last position. Even I have Middlesbrough. So, you know, I think this is their first time coming into the Prem. So, congratulations to them. But I don't think they're gonna do that well. And for me, I think it'll just be a new experience for them. Hopefully, they'll take away some knowledge of, you know, of the experience that they've had in the Prem with this new season. I've lost my sheet, guys, but I written down on the sheet. I didn't actually write my explanations. So basically, I think they'll come last. It's a new experience. We'll give them, you know, we'll boost them up for the championship. I think we'll wreck the championships next year. I think they'll come back, and I don't think they'll actually be relegated again. So that is my explanation on Middlesbrough. There's nothing really more to it. Now, in 19th position, I don't know, but Bournemouth. I think they've been in the Prem a few other times, but I think they will drop out. I think they got lucky to stay in last year. I don't know if they was in relegation battle or did they do quite well. I can't really remember, but I think Bournemouth will be relegated. There's not much of a reason to this, it's just my opinion basically. So, yeah, Bournemouth, I don't know if they'll have the best season, but in my opinion, next year they'll be finishing 19th. So, moving on to the last three of the relegated teams, this is going to happen, although there are few reasons it might not happen. So basically, I think Sunderland is just going to come out to the Prem at 18th position. Although, I don't really know about the transfer. I don't think they've bought anyone yet. But they've got a new manager. The manager who made my sports club, Manchester United's history a misery. I think you might have all of you already know him, and it is David Moyes. David Moyes. Is that his name, David? David Moyes? Moyes, you know him. So anyway, I think if he does well, you know, free play to him. But you know, what did he finish with us? 18th, it might be? No, not 18th. Sorry, 8th. I don't know, but yeah, it was 8th at one stage. But you know, will he do well for Sunderland this time? In charge of a lower-rated team, who knows? But in my opinion, they will just go out to the Prem basically. So now, I'm moving on to 17th position, out of the relegated team now. Hull. Now, they are a new team to the Prem as well. They got relegated last year, coming back in this year, because they were top 3 of the championship. So Hull, I think they will just stay in the Prem. I think it will be a battle between Hull and Sunderland, and maybe a few other teams that I've got written down. But, personally, I think Hull will finish 17th. Because they might not have the best season, but I think they'll have a better season next year. You know, bringing back the experience of the Prem, because they was in the Championship for a while. Actually, only one season. So it's kind of the same with Middlesbrough. You know, another new experience for them. So maybe they'll stay in the Prem. I don't really know. But now moving on to 16th, we have got West Brom. I don't see them having the best season this year. I haven't really seen the transfers. No really big news about them, guys. So West Brom, I'm sorry guys if there are any West Brom supporters out there. Finishing 16th in my opinion, guys. But anyway, moving on to 15th, Burnley now. They have come back, and I think they'll finish 15th, maybe even I'm saying lower because, you know, it's better to be lower. It's better to be it's better to be closer to first than it is to be higher. So I'd say they might finish even higher or than their position now. So I got Burnley, and I think they might actually do well because they've got that really good striker who's scored loads of goals for them recently. So Burnley, credit to you guys for coming back in it. Hopefully, you know, they do well. So I'll just swiftly move on to number 14. So I've got Crystal Palace. They might actually finish higher than what I predict, but obviously they have Mandanda now. That's a good upgrade. I think they have Tom Gent. No, I don't really know. That old West Ham defender. So, you know, they're improving their team. They might even come higher than what I predicted them. But not even West Brom. I've got Crystal Palace finishing 14th for next season. Moving on to 13th, I've got Watford. They had an awesome season last year from coming from the Championship. And I think they'll do well, but not as well as they did, because seeing all of the other teams' transfers, and they haven't really made many transfers, I think they'll do a little bit worse than they did last year. So there's nothing really more to it. So 12th now, I've got Stoke. Kind of the same position as last year. I don't really know where they came. Was it 10th or 9th? So there's not much to it. It's just where I predicted they might end up. So I'm just going to move on now to Southampton. Now they could actually finish lower than what I predicted in 11th spot, because they've lost so many good players. Victor Wanyama, they've lost him, I think, to Tottenham. I think they've lost another guy. I think they lost one of their keepers, although they have got another keeper. So I got Southampton finishing 11th. Now, in 10th spot, the closest football team to me, as I live in Wales, is Swansea. I actually do hope they do that quite well this year, because they was close to being relegated last year. So I hope they actually do stay up, and I've got them in 10th spot. Hopefully they'll do well. Also, I've heard rumours going around that they are trying to re-sign Wilfred Body. I've heard rumours. I don't know if it's going to happen. Your guys' predictions in the comments below. Do that. So I'm moving on to 9th position now. And in 9th, I've got Everton. So I've got Everton because I think, who knows whether they're going to lose Lukaku. I don't really know. There's big rumours about him leaving, but as I say all the time, nothing to it. I've got Everton in 9th. Now at 8th, although they could have finished 2nd and they dropped down to 3rd, I've got Tottenham finishing 8th. Now this is a little bit controversial, so I don't really know if this will happen. I'm just going because they haven't really made that many signings. Obviously, Victor Wanyama, can't even pronounce his name right. But I don't think they're going to have as good a season as they did last year. Hopefully they finish higher. But that's where I've got Tottenham for next year. So, moving on to my 7th position. In my opinion, I've got West Ham finishing the same place as they did last year. Although they could have finished 6th. My brother's over there playing rugby. So, oh, shut up, Bill. So basically, I've got West Ham in 7th. This is a rugby ball I used to play with. I've got West Ham in 7th. They could do better. Dimitri Payet, there are some rumours him leaving. Although there's one weird rumour, I just heard it. There's no other rumours that I've heard of. James Rodriguez is rumoured to be going to West Ham. I only heard that today. So that's my predictions on where West Ham is going to finish. But obviously if they have James Rodriguez and he works out for him down in West Ham, he's probably going to do much better. So in 6th, I've got Liverpool. Now, I've got them finishing higher because they've got Wijnaldum, that's the new signing. They've got, I think they had a Southampton player. I don't know, but they've had an okay transfer window. I think they'll do decent. So I've got Liverpool finishing 6th. Now, in my opinion, it is the Emirates' turn to finish 5th. I don't think they're going to get Champions League football next year. I think they'll get UEFA Champions League football. So Arsenal, I've got them finishing in 5th. seems as the reason being that they haven't signed a world-class striker yet, and they are looking. They're linked with Lacazette, Higuain. I don't really know who else, but you know, it seems as Giroud has had such a good season. No, not season. UAE champ. What is it? It's not the World Cup thing. I forgot the name of it now. Portugal won it. I can't even remember it because I'm not dull. But anyway, I've got Giroud from France. He had quite a good tournament day. So I got, but you know, if they do replace him, I don't see any reason why. I've kind of just got mumbled off, and I don't know what I'm speaking of now. But anyway, I've got Arsenal finishing fifth. Well, fourth. Seems as Kante has already gone to Chelsea, and now Chelsea are linked with Mahrez. Hopefully this doesn't happen, guys, because I'd love to see Mahrez at Leicester next season. He's also scored quite a few goals, similar to against Chelsea last season against Celtic. I think it was a really good goal. Fair play to him. Hopefully Leicester don't lose him. He's a really good guy. So, but I've got Leicester finishing fourth because a little bit of the team has been downgraded a bit. So I don't really know. So finishing in third. Speaking about Chelsea, I have got Chelsea. So that leaves the last two clubs, the Manchester clubs. I'll talk about that later. But Chelsea, they got a new manager, new awesome signing. I don't think they'll be getting Angola now because they've already got Kante, and their manager is Conte. So Conte. So I think Chelsea will. I think they're gonna massively up their game. Last season, at one stage I think they was in 16th, but then upped their game and then got all the way down to 10th. So fair play to them. You know, it was a struggle for them. I didn't, you know, from finishing first in the league, winning the Premier League title, they went from going to 16th and then just close back to going to 10th. So I don't really know what happened there. Maybe it's for losing Jose Mourinho, who is now at Manchester United, or maybe they just had an off and on season. So I've got Chelsea finishing third, guys. So moving on to my second team. Is it Man City or is it Man U? It is Man City. So that means Man U, I have predicted is first. Now, I will tell you that reason in a minute. But anyway, Man City, they've had an awesome transfer window. They're still linked with Aubameyang. I don't know if Man U is still linked with them. But they've had an awesome transfer window. I don't know who else they've actually got now. But Man City, you know, credit for them. But I gotta say, like, Man City, like, what have you done with the badge, mate? Who invented that badge for Man City? That, no offense, like, that's my opinion. It's not that good. So basically, I think because of the transfer window they've had, plus getting Pep Guardiola as a new manager, I think Man City is going to come second. Now, the number one spot, hopefully Jose Mourinho and his new starting 11 can win the Premier League for me. Now, me supporting Man U, you might have already predicted that I would have predicted that they would have come out top. But generally, you know, they've got Ibrahimovic, hopefully he'll be top goal scorer. They've got Mkhitaryan, they've got Bailey. I think they're still linked with, well, massively linked with Pogba. 100 mil, it's gone up to 120 mil, it's around there. So if they get Pogba, you know, their transfer window this season has just been OP. It's mad the players that we got, especially getting Ibra for free. But you know, you understand that for him being on having a free agent. So I have got Man U finishing first in the Premier League season. Brings over there. Alright, this is my video. So basically, it's not because I support Man United I've got them in finishing first. It's just because that I think they've had an OP transfer window. I think the team will play good. And what I've noticed, looking on social media and looking at Manchester United and the pictures of them, they've actually been having fun in training. Not like Louis van Gaal, everything was so serious. So I didn't really see Man United players smiling and all that, you know, actually getting on with them. But Jose Mourinho, I think, has brought great team spirit to the club. And I just think everyone will work on together. You know, they've got obviously Martial, Rashford, that Rashford, wow, what a season. Can you imagine he has another season like that? Wow. So basically that is my 2016-17 Premier League predictions. I hope you enjoyed this video. If there's any positions, teams that you would change your positions, let me know in the comments. Tell me if there is any that you completely and utterly disagree with. But anyway, that was my predictions. Don't go on to me about the Manchester United thing, but honestly, I really think it is. Go away! That's my brother, so I'll leave it there, guys. That was my Premier League prediction. You know what to do, stay beastly. Stole my thunder.